Hello, photography students. So this video is just an introduction to me and the course. My name is Mandy Keithley, and I have been doing photography for over 17 years at this point. As that number increases, it's like photography's just been a part of my life for as long as I can remember, really. So these videos, just a note about the videos themselves, they are not going to be edited. I'm not a professional video editor, and so these are kind of casual conversations where I want to share a bit of my knowledge with you and add to your learning experience by bringing my face to the space and just breaking down some of the concepts to hopefully help you understand them better. But if I make a mistake, I'm gonna keep going, I'll correct myself. And if I keep looking to the side, it's because I have a laptop here, so I may have notes that I'm reminding myself what I want to discuss with you guys. My camera's sitting here as well, in case I need it for anything specific. But like I said, this is just an introduction video. So a little more about me. I got an associate's degree in photography, and then when I went on to do my BFA in art, I focused on sculpture. So I had several years where I studied sculpture. Then I went on to get my MFA, which was also mostly sculpture. It was kind of interdisciplinary, mixed media, but I continued to focus primarily on making large abstract sculptures. You can find my work pretty easily online. And then a few years ago, I decided to go all the way back to photography. And at this point, I photograph portraits, weddings, elopements, specifically like hiking elopements. I go with people into the mountains and they get married and I take photos of them, and it's actually really fun. What I find really interesting about photography is it's just a useful skill that I think if you're drawn to it, you're gonna find uses for it everywhere, whether you do it professionally or if you just do it to take photos of your friends and family, or a hobby, fine art. There's so many directions you can take with it. So I teach this course, and I teach Art 102 at Lynn Benton. I've been teaching there for I think about 7 years now. Okay, so then a little bit more about photography in general. What I find most exciting about this class, and I think you will too, first you're gonna learn all the technical components of the camera. It is such a cool tool, and for me, the moment that I fell in love with photography was the moment that I understood how to change all the dials and adjust things like the aperture, and so creating the shallow depth of field. If you don't know what that is, we're gonna cover it. And just to me, I'm kind of a nerd and I like tools, and so learning that was just exhilarating to me. And the other thing you're gonna find really quickly is that using a camera and then taking photos is gonna change the way you see the world. What I mean by that is that it zeroes in your focus on things that you may or may not have noticed before. As we walk through life, we adjust to everything just being the way that they are, and you don't always notice the details of things. Whereas when you have a camera and you're taking photos, you're suddenly gonna notice light a little bit more, or you'll notice details and things. And it just brings this awareness to your surroundings that I find really fascinating. So there's kind of this technical component to photography, and then a philosophical or conceptual component, and we're going to talk about both. And I am glancing at my notes over here just to make sure I'm catching everything. That's pretty much it. What you're going to find as you learn the technique of using a camera, you are going to have a unique perspective, because no two photographers ever take the same picture of the same thing. You can both be in the same place and you're going to end up with a slightly different point of view, and I think that's why people are drawn to photography. And something I'd like to leave you with now is for you to answer the question, why are you taking this class? Because I found that most students that take this class, they actually really want to use a camera. You're not taking this to fill a credit. So what is your reason for taking this class? And maybe write that down, put it in a note, and add it to your introduction post this week, and tell me what do you want from photography. So, all right, excited for you guys to learn all these things this term.